effective talaga yung may makakausap kang friends, no?
Hi, once again, welcome back to our podcast, Somewhere in the Middle. I'm Scotty.
I'm Pao.
And I'm Raffy.
Ayan, welcome guys. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay sa aming Somewhere in the Middle. So ano ba meron ngayon sa ating episode? Pao, Raffy.
Ayan, so actually, we have our very first guest for today.
Very first
Raffy, oo nga, milestone. Can you introduce our guest? Sino ba ang ating guest for today?
Yes, our first guest is one of my closest friends, lalong-lalo na sa JCI Angeles City Kulyat. She was the 2019 LO president of the chapter. At nung year na yun, doon ako nag-secretary. Marami akong natutunan sa kanya, not only with the chapter or in time management, syempre pati love. So bago ko siya ipakilala sa inyo, gusto kasi ni Scotty, dahil because of the topic, gusto niya meron siyang i-push na intro with the PBB style. So bago ko siya introduce, Scotty, sabihin mo na yung PBB style intro na yan. Hello,
So,
Philippines. Hello, world.
Hello. Sige, gayahin natin si Tony. Okay. Hello, Philippines and hello, world. Welcome nga pala sa bagong edisyon ng Bahay ni Kuya. So, naroon tayong kauna-unahang miyembro sa bahay na ito. Ipapakilala natin in a bit ang tinatawag na love guru ng Angeles City, Pampanga.
Yes, please welcome Joyce.
Hi, Joyce. Welcome.
Hi, Joyce.
Hi, hello.
Hi everyone, thank you for inviting me.
Yes.
I'm so glad you can join us today.
Yes, ikaw talaga ang aming first choice for our first guest. Oh,
Next
ang daming
naman.
first.
Yes,
Ang lakas ko naman sa grupong ito.
very
Anyway,
special.
thank you for inviting me and hello to all of your followers and listeners, no? Both in Spotify and YouTube, tama ba? And other channels. Hello
That's
sa
right.
lahat.
Yeah.
So,
Kamusta?
how are you? How are you, Joyce? How are you?
I'm okay. I'm very safe. I'm okay.
Ayaw niyang mag-give ng mga sneak peek sa kanyang mga sasagutin and
Sasabihin.
mga talk. Yes.
Hindi naman ako mukhang depressed, di ba? But I'm okay. I'm okay.
Very blooming nga eh, very blooming.
Ay, maraming salamat, Pao.
Nag-glow nga siya eh.
Gcash or Paymaya.
Ay, isasend ko, ipipm ko
Isi-send
later.
namin mamaya dun sa chat.
Dapat lahat kami, Joyce.
No? Sige.
Uy, pero ayun, actually our topic for today is, as you know, about love and hardships.
Oh, wow.
So in line with that, di ba napakalalim?
Oo nga.
Meron akong curious question before we
Bakit ako na-invite at naisipan sa topic na to?
Kasi gusto ka naming intrigahin. Charot.
Oo. Kasi you are one of the very mysterious people in our, organization.
Serious.
Line item ba? Wala naman.
Oo.
Mamaya ilista natin yan.
Lilista. Pero ayun, since it's love and hardships, so first question that I want to find out, Joyce.
Kinakabahan na siya.
Pinapauwi ako. Dapat pala kukuha ko ng water. Okay.
Oo nga. Joyce, have you ever been in love?
Ano
Ay.
na?
Ang lalim.
Ang lalim ng first, ang lalim ng dive in natin.
Oo.
Let's get right to it. O, di ba?
Okay, head on. Oo naman. I think, yes. Na-in love naman. I think lahat naman ng relationships that I had before, na-in love ako sa lahat ngayon. Hindi naman sila ganun karami, no? Pero, yes. To answer your question.
Mabibilang ata sa kamay.
Oo. So, Joyce, ano yung, what defining moment or defining feeling or characteristic ang nasabi mo na, okay, in love talaga ako sa person na to?
Okay. As we grow older, no, I don't know if, sabi ko nga, hindi naman ako ganun ka-expert pagdating sa love, no? Eh di sana, happy ako ngayon, no? But again, ibang topic yun. I think grow older, nag-iiba yung definition ng love. I don't know with you guys, no? For me, nag-iiba yung definition ng love. Ako, I don't engage to a relationship if I know na hindi ko mahal yung tao. Ganun ako, no? And I think, kaya siguro mabibilang lang sa isang kamay ang mga naging karelasyon ko, it's because of that, no? And hindi rin kasi ako, late bloomer ako, I don't know kung sinong late bloomer sa inyo.
Present.
Okay?
Parang ako yata yung pinaka-late bloomer. Wala pa akong wala pa akong masasabing na in love talaga ako.
Talaga.
Ay, masyado malinis si Rafi.
Virgin ang
Hindi,
napala.
naman ako. Hindi. I don't know, kung ako, as I define love ngayon, parang love is something that could make you happy but could also hurt you in the end.
Oh.
Everything is parang you're taking risk. Every time you fall in love, it's a risk. Wala siyang guarantee. So, ganun ko siyang nakikita. And I think for all of those relationships that I had, na-in-love ako sa lahat sa kanila. I mean, kasi iba-iba yung treatment or iba-iba naman yung feeling natin sa isang tao. So, yung relationship kong yon, iba-iba din yung naging experience ko, iba-iba din yung level of love. Pero I think in love ako sa kanilang lahat. Maybe may mga pagkakataon lang siguro nagbago, no, kaya nag-end. Pero lahat naman sila minahal ko. Tama ba yung sinabi ko?
Yes.
Love could make you happy and could also hurt you in the end. Do you believe sa saying na yon?
I think there's always a risk. Feeling ko may risk talaga. Kasi you're putting yourself out there. Tama ba, Joyce?
Oo ka dyan.
Di ba, yun nga, parang you don't know, there's no concrete formula for that. So parang, just like a normal experiment, di ba? Experiment. So just like a normal experiment, pwedeng pwedeng mag-fail or pwedeng maging successful yung experiment, di ba?
Pero yun nga, life is a risk So, I think, sabi nga nila, hindi ka nagmahal pag hindi ka, or ano sa movie yun? Sa excess baggage din if you're not willing, kung nasaktan ka na at hindi ka willing magmahal ulit, that's not love. Kasi you just have to accept na ang love talagang masasaktan na masasaktan ka.
Yes. Ano natin yan, no, Joyce? Yung excess baggage, ang natin yan. Sabay nating pinanood yan.
Oo, pina-black screening pa nga natin.
Oo. Naakala natin pupunta si Angelica.
Oo nga. Hope, nagsumagot naman, don't worry.
Sumagot siya. Okay.
Yung production, hindi lang nag-match sa schedule.
Yeah. May tanong ako, Joyce. I'm just curious kasi kanina nasagot mo kung paano mo naramdaman or paano mo na-identify na you're in love. Ang question ko is, kaya mo ba mabalikan o can you share us your experience with your first love and paano mo siya nalaman na this is love na during the first love?
During the first love. Siguro yung first relationship, no?
Ang lalim ang agad. Baka biglang umiyak si Joyce dito. O parang kaka-start pa lang na.
Or any no?
Tissue.
Siguro in general kasi I learned that ma-effort akong tao. So na-realize ko yon dun sa first relationship ko. Parang bakit ako why do I give so much effort to this person, no? And in the long run, kasi you learn yung languages of love. Are you aware of that? Yes. No? So, na-identify ko din doon kung saang area ako. More of act of service ako So, doon sa first relationship ko, doon ko naramdaman na I fell in love with this person because of I extended too much effort. Not too much effort. I extended effort. And then, ayun nga, sa mga succeeding, ganun din naman. Yun nga lang, in a certain relationship, one way or another, magbabago yung love, magkakaroon ng problema. So, well, if you're, so whatever journey that I'm having, no, may nagsabi sa akin na every relationship, you learn something, So kung sino ka ngayon, based siya dun sa mga experiences na natutunan mo from the past.
Yes.
So probably dun sa first relationship ko, I had a lot of questions. Love ko yung tao, no? Klaro naman yun. Pero I had some questions. Maybe I'm still in denial. So probably kaya na-end. Tapos move on with another relationship and then another learnings and then etc. So yung first, probably more of kilig.
More of kilig.
Kilig.
Ano yun, Joyce? Like, college, high school, ganyan?
Late bloomer na nga ako eh.
Ako nga pala, sorry, late bloomer. So, after, so during working ka na nun? Like,
matured na. Kasi I think I was 22, yung first relationship ko.
Akala ko sasabihin ni Joyce, late bloomer ako sa mga grade 6.
so dapat,
Ano yung level niyo, Pao?
Ay, grabe.
Baka sa age range ni Pao, dapat grade 1, grade 2 meron na dapat.
Wow!
Grade 6, ako hindi ko pa alam yung mga ganyan. Busy lang ako nagpa-practice for mass demo.
Demo. Ganyan. Actually, ngayon nga, kahit grade 1, meron na eh.
Grabe.
Ganun sila ka-advance. Ewan ko sa mga bata. Hindi ko alam kung ano ba yung love for them.
Okay, Joyce. Since nakwento mo na din, no, yung so, nag-end yung first relationship because there were a lot of questions.
Yes.
Parang, did that person try?
Malamang mga papanood niya to eh.
Did that person like even try to help you answer those questions? Ganyan? Or parang dahil hindi nakikita niya na hindi niya matutulong kaya iniwan ka niya and you ended the relationship?
Sige. But, friends kami kasing na ngayon nun eh.
May tissue po ako dito.
Kung friends naman yan, okay na. Kasi, I mean, di ba, magiging okay na lahat. Wala nang issue about everything.
I think siguro nangyari sa amin is because of I had a lot of questions. And yun yung bagay na hindi ko mabigyan ng assurance sa kanya. And we knew that hindi mag-work kasi we're really parang we have different path na tinatahak. And it would not be healthy for both of us to stay kasi hindi ko rin pwedeng ibigay kung anong hinihingi niya or vice versa. Kasi probably I'm not yet ready that time, no? At hindi ko naman pwedeng ipilit. So, I think yun ang naging reason. Although matagal na acceptance or pag-move on. It took me 2 years ata before kami mag-usap ulit.
How long did the relationship take?
2 years din.
2 years din.
2 years, tas 2 years. Tas 2 years lang silang friends. Char. Joke lang. Pinutol yung friendship eh, no?
Pero ngayon, happy ako kasi more than anything else, I think na-save namin yung friendship, which I'm very much happy.
So, you said na save yung friendship. So, you started out as friends.
Yes.
So, friends, tapos lovers to strangers to friends.
Yes.
Wait, curious ako. How long were you friends before you got together? As in, you started dating talaga?
Siguro mga...
2 years din, Char. Para tuto.
Tama ba yung... mga 2 years din.
Oo, di ba?
Oh my God.
2 years. So, 6 years.
May 2-year rule si Joyce.
Oo nga eh. Alam mo, bago yan, Raffy, ano ko nga yan, 2-year rule. Kasi napansin ko 2 years ako, nagiging okay ako after 2 years. Hala!
Tagal naman!
Pero at least ngayon okay ka na. I'm sure okay ka na.
Ha?
I'm sure okay ka na. Okay ka naman ngayon kasi more than 2 years na yung last, 'di ba?
And you
What do you
took
mean?
very-
Parang ako.
yung moving on stage mo more than 2 years na from your last relationship, di ba? So I'm guessing, sabi
Yung
mo,
bago kasi, Rafi.
oo nga pala, hindi ko pa
Oo.
nalaman yun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kaya yun yung pinagdadaanan ko ngayon, yung recent lang.
Oh.
6 months pa lang ako. So 6 over 24 months yan.
So, okay, pero dahil
1/4
na-open
way.
mo yun,
Tagalog.
na-open,
Yes.
yes, na-open mo siya, dahil meron kang, syempre, relationship or parang if they are willing to pursue a relationship with you or anyone else, diba? It's a two-way street, diba? Dapat nag-reciprocate ng feelings. So, sa mga yon, meron ka na bang, aside from those na na-share mo na, meron kang experience ba na parang one-sided or unrequited love?
Yeah. Oo. So, yung mga hindi naging successful. Kasi dalawa yan eh.
Okay.
Dalawang aspect yan eh. Yung mga hindi nababalik yung effort. Yung una, when you're still in a relationship, pero para alam mo na nagkakaroon na ng fallout. Anong term kasi doon? Parang So, pag tawag dito, nagiging
Fall apart?
Matabang? Nagiging matabang?
yung mga ganyang klase.
Lukewarm? Charot.
So, alam mo, nafe-feel mo na yung minsan, okay, you extend your effort na parang ikaw na lang nagbibigay, no? Mararamdaman mo na yun eh. Parang hindi na nag-extend yung kapilang party. So, I think there's a problem. So, that's one, no? Isang aspect na naranasan ko rin sa lahat ng relationship na before mag-end. I don't know sa inyo guys kung ganun din yung effect. Alam mo,
Yes.
sarap ng ulam ng kapitbahay ko na.
Naamoy mo siya. Ang lakas ng sense of smell mo.
Hindi, nasa ako. Basta, anyway. So that's one. And then the second one, I think pag may gusto kang tao, tapos i-effortan mo siya, syempre, well, of course, we're all after for equality, no? Hindi naman ibig sabihin na babae ka, you cannot, hindi ka pwede magligaw.
Do the first move, yes.
So, may mga gano'n din na nag-extend ako ng effort na hindi ako pinansin. And then ito, I think, dala siguro ng pandemic din. No? Kasi for the longest time, I've been single for about 9 years already.
Diba? Tingnan mo si Scotty. Si Scotty napanganga na lang dun sa 9 years.
Sabi siguro, Scotty, ang pathetic naman ang buhay niya.
Malapit-lapit na ako doon, don't worry.
So, anyway, so yung during pandemic, I met someone. So, parang alam mo yung fully guarded ka at first. And then, considering of course your age and also the situation. No? Anyway, so...
It didn't work.
Mahirap bang sabihin? Mahirap bang sabihin, Joyce?
Hindi, baka nagpipigil siya, baka naiiyak siya, nagpipigil siya ng tears.
Hindi naman. So,
Sure.
alam mo, parang na-fall ka na doon sa tao. No, na-fall na ako doon sa tao. And hindi ko iniisip na parang, kasi we really had a good connection. We had a great connection. Not just good, but we had a great connection. So, ano pa sasabihin ito?
Iniisip ni Brad. Sabi ko, ay, nakatulog si Joyce. Kasi nakapikit pa siya nag-iisip. Ay, nakatulog.
Nagpipigil ng luha. Nagpipigil ng luha.
Kasi fresh pa, fresh.
Sige, basta nahulog na yung loob mo sa taong ngayon, pero at some point parang hindi na nababalik. So, may mga may iba't ibang levels. Yun nga sabi, may ibang levels. So, I think this one is the almost relationship na I was hoping na would work. Kasi nga, it's been a long time, no? Like God, it's been 9 years. No?
Yes.
So, nangarap ako at naniwala ako na itong taong ito ang mag-end sa
Bubuhay.
lahat ng misery or loneliness and everything.
Ang magiging...
Kala ko magsasalba sa kanya.
Oo.
Pwede rin. That's the correct term siguro na kailangan ko sabi, magsasalba. Pero, yun nga. Pero in the process of learning to let go of that person and
Joyce.
6 months pa lang naman.
Yes. Was the 6 months yung parang you're in a relationship, or the 6 months was the total na even with the landian and the getting to know each other part?
6 months is
Hindi yan talaga.
detail, no?
Hindi yan yung term.
Sorry naman.
Hindi, 6 months na letting go na from the time
Next time.
in-end nung kabilang party.
Pero wait.
Yes,
Ito
pa.
Ito ang question ko regarding that. Like, kasi you mentioned that you fell for the person. You slowly felt things for the person hanggang sa you were in too deep, maybe, parang ganon. So yung question ko is, when you started falling for the person, was it established na you guys were flirting? Or was it just as friends? Kasi mas mahirap siya if just as friends. Pero kung flirting, baka at the same time, baka mas masakit kasi mas established na you're trying to flirt.
Before we started everything, naging clear sa aming dalawa na kasi same age, no? And we
So,
were
16.
Tama. So yung maturity, na-establish namin yun na actually we were parang dinefine namin na we were dating. Klaro sa amin yon. And then, up to the point na, ano ba tawag dito? Yeah, it was clear for the two of us kung ano estado namin. And we defined the relationship as we were dating, exclusively dating. And up to the point na we were having some plans already of having parang
Babies. Charot!
no!
Nakita mo yung mata niya. Naglakit na yun. No!
Taas na, no? Hindi mo sa ganun level. Parang yung mga travel plans or mga ganon. Tapos isang araw na lang mag-iiba. I don't know what happened. So,
Wait, sorry. May ako doon. Kasi may differences sa definition ng different people sa term na dating. So, yung inyo ba na dating is dating ligawan or dating magjowa na kayo? Kasi may ganung dating eh. Dating na sila na. Tapos may dating na getting to know if we're gonna fit each other or something like that.
hindi ko alam kung anong level ang kasi dahil parehas kami ng age. And ganun din, parehas kami ng history na galing siya from a 5-year relationship. Ako naman galing from a 7-year relationship and stayed single for about 7 years. Tapos siya stayed also in single 5 years. Parang ganun siya. So alam mo yun, parang parehas kami ng experiences. So yung pagka-define namin dun sa dating, exclusively dating, parang kami na, padala ng food, yung mga ganun.
May term na eh, may exclusively, hindi lang yung dating eh. May exclusively. Di ba pag may exclusively na dun sa dating, ibig sabihin is mas serious na siya.
Oo. Pero I'm learning a lot from this session. So may dalawang pala yon levels.
Yes. Kaya intellectual Bekshies natin si
Hindi,
Pao.
kasi
Kasi kahit kami may natututunan.
Oo nga.
Moment to ni Joyce, pero share ko lang kasi nagkaroon ng problem kasi nung younger days ko na iba pala yung definition ko ng dating sa definition nung nilalandi ko na dating. So parang akala niya, kami na. Tapos akala ko, nagliligawan pa lang kami. Tapos out of nowhere, bigla niya ako tinanong, so are we boyfriend? So do we call ourselves boyfriends kasi we're dating? Tapos bigla ako, what? Yun agad. So, ayun, dun ko na-realize na iba pala yung definitions ng people.
Okay.
May question ako, Joyce. Wala akong masamang agenda dito or whatever. Hindi kasi with what
We hang up. Leave the room.
with what you made kwento na parang same age, tas almost same experiences, ganyan. So, we can rule out talaga na parang what happened between you was just because of like the boredom with the pandemic. Just like what we talked about sa ghosting episode na some people are bored and miss yung physical physical na yung pagkikita nila ng mga tao. So we can rule that reason out with you're falling out with that exclusively dating
Sometimes
person.
also, kasi nung nag-start kaming, nung nakilala namin ang isa't isa, we were both in this situation na tipong, okay, we're both this age, no? I'm not here to fool around. Siya ang unang nagsabi noon, no? So, ako I'm not here to fool around also. So, and mahirap kasi yung, for someone like me, na naging single for about, that time, 8 years, no? Tapos, you will open up yourself to this person and allow that person, no, to be part of your life after those 8 years. Parang ang hirap din bitawan yon. So, just parang boredom or water because of pandemic. Parang nag-open ako dito sa taong na to dahil I have a genuine intentions. I don't have any false intentions to this person And kung ano yung naramdaman ko, naging totoo din naman yung naramdaman ko. And sana ganun din sa kanya, no? Pero para sa akin, it wasn't just about, hindi siya naging hindi lang boredom because of pandemic.
Okay.
Kasi mahirap alin yung 8 years
Okay, wala to dun sa cheat sheet natin, Joyce, no? Pero since na-open mo nga yung almost 9 years na ka na single, parang did it affect yung may bumabalik na parang magkakaroon ka ng karelasyon, ganyan, since single ka ng matagal. Tapos yung effect niya na parang hindi ka nasanay, ganyan, or parang malaking change ulit sa'yo dahil matagal kang na single, gano'n.
Laki nung fear kong yun, yung tipong ayoko pa nga maniwala na, okay, ano lang to parang you have to take it easy, Joyce, no? Again, fully guarded, You have this... Pero once you pulled out that shield, dun na magsa-start And sana nag-work kaso hindi nag-work. Hindi nag-work out. Kaya ganun siguro yung pain. I think dito lalabas ko ang difference ng dalawa. Parang because I've been single for the longest time, feeling ko first relationship and first breakup na naman. Kasi masyado na matagal. Hindi ko na nga alam kung paano ako nakapag-move on or paano ko i-apply yung moving on mechanism before, no, doon sa past relationship ko with this one. Probably because medyo matagal at saka pandemic, hindi ka makalabas, yung mga ganon.
Wait.
Limited resources.
I mean, na-open up mo yun. Yun talaga yung next question ko. Yung with the moving on. So, since na-open mo kasi na parang moving on mechanism and such, parang may ginawa ka bang same dun sa mga previous relationships mo to move on? Or parang each, ganito na lang, what were the similarities that you did sa each time you moved on and what were the different things you did? Yes.
I think yung common denominator is it would be really paano ba to? Effective talaga yung may makakausap kang friends, no? Not just, hindi yung binabadmouth mo yung tao It's more getting out yung feelings mo, no? So, maganda yung may nakakausap ka. I think sa lahat ng mga past relationships or unsuccessful relationship, para makapag-move on ako, yun ang ginawa ko. And I went out a lot, no? Travel, na hindi siya feasible ngayon. So, ang difference ng ginawa, may joke nga kami ano tawag dito? I feel whatever absence or void na nararamdaman ko, no? I'm fulfilling it with material things.
Shopping.
May question ako, Joy.
Go shopping!
Shopee, Lazada, ganyan ba yun?
Hindi naman. Ano pa naman ngayon, no? Tawag dito, big month sale.
Yes, mid-year sale. I have a question, Joyce. Umiiyak ba ang isang Joyce? Sorry, welcome. Kasi moving on So, syempre, di ba part of moving on kung iiyak ka ba? Sabi mga, sa love may risk. So, syempre, dun sa risk, syempre, there's a pain. So, ang tanong ko, umiiyak ba ang isang Joyce?
Oo naman. Isang balde siguro.
Oh my God. Dehydrated ka na nun.
Yung pinakamahirap na stage yung the aftermath. Hindi ko alam kung ano mo yung makakatulog ka sa iyak mo. Or yung luha na, or yung iyak na wala ng sound. Yun yung masakit
Magulgol.
Sarili mo sa wall, tapos
Actually, di ba, kaya nga, yung may ingay na iyak, yun yung mas nakakapag-release ng kasi parang may, di ba, may sound.
Oo.
Pero yung walang sound, yun yung mas masakit kasi hindi mo siya mailabas talaga.
oo. Pero darating ka sa point na wala ka nang ilalabas na sound. Wala
Ilalabas na sound.
pero iiyak ka. So, I think yung pinakamahirap na stage.
Yes. Saan ka madalas umiiyak? Sa kotse o sa bahay?
Parang pelikula.
Hindi kasi diba, parang parehas.
Pareha.
Kasi hindi mo naman alam kung saan lugar ka masasaktan Parang, sige, break na tayo. Sa text na niya ginawa, diba? Nasa sasakyan ka. Saan mostly? So, ewan ko.
Nasa
Ako kasi
CR ka.
Alam mo, independent naman si Joyce Parang, she lives on her own with Terry, the doggy. So, feeling ko kahit saan lupalop siya ng bahay niya
Kung saan ako aabutan ng emosyon.
Oo.
Ayun.
So, funny yung, parang ako kasi I asked for closure. Head on, no? Kahit masakit, I'll ask for closure. Kung if I need to meet the person, I will meet that person para makuha ko ng closure. At alam mo na after that conversation, iiyak ka. So, so probably sa kotse, no? And then pagdating mo sa bahay, ganun din, iiyak. Pero mahirap yung magdadrive ka na medyo
yung blurry yung vision.
Oo.
Uy, mahirap nga yun.
Oo, that's
Yung wala
dangerous.
yung focus.
From Antipolo to Santa Ana, paano yun, di ba?
Ang layo.
Alam mo yung hindi mo alam kung paano ka nakarating doon sa destination mo. Gano'n. Hindi ko ganito, baka makita niya, Diyos ko.
Ilang stoplights pa yung dadaanan mo doon.
Oo nga.
Joyce, did you have since nagtanong na si Scotty ng parang pang pelikula, did you have the instance na parang you're talking to the ex or nagbe-break up na kayo, pero you did not let that person see you cry, tapos yung pinipigilan mo talaga na you're just showing na okay, wala akong emosyon na naramdaman for this, tapos pagkatalikod dun kayong super hagulgul talaga.
Matapang ako.
Oo, yung matapang ako, tapos pag alis niya dun ka nag-breakdown talaga.
Kung i-compare ko sa lahat ng breakups, no, hindi ko pinakita yung
Tissue po. Ito po tissue.
Hindi, may mga instances kasi na parang I'm not saying na it's healthy, no, or it's may times kasi na umaabot ako sa punto nung kailangan ko makaawa. I'm not saying na it's a good thing, no. Siguro that time lang, parang I felt na magmamakaawa ako. Well, that was before, yung mga naunang relationship. So,
Kapag-aawa, what way magpakaawa? Like yung parang,
to fix the relationship.
ganun ba? Or,
marami akong hugot lines na napulot sa Star Cinema na sinabi ko during closure. Mas yung
Give me example. example.
Ay,
na
nako,
iba
wag
na.
niyong hinahamon si Joyce. Baka biglang ilista niya yan.
Hindi kay Liza Soberano. Ito yung latest, no? Kay Liza Soberano. Yung tipo, pagit ba ako? Kapalit-palit ba ako?
Oh my God! As in, ginamit mo siya in real life?
Yun nga. Kapalit-palit ba ako?
Exact
Ay.
words. Exact words.
Oo.
Oh,
Buti na lang hindi niya napanood. Sa idea.
Kaya inaantay ko baka may sabihin siya dun sa Milan na movie na yung sabi ni Claudine na mahal mo ba ako dahil
Kailangan mo.
o kailangan mo ako dahil mahal mo ako. May nasabihan ka na ba na gano'n?
Hindi. Ako hindi pa.
Ako din.
Wow! Ako din, wala pa. Baka si Pao.
Ano meron?
Baka nagamit mo na yung linya ni Claudine Barreto sa Dubai.
Ay, Dubai pala yung
English
Milan na
nga.
sinabi.
Yung sa ex ko, English kami.
O nga pala, hindi siya nakakaintindi ng Tagalog. Baka kinomo estas niya. Como estas, kinombre es, char.
Ano sa Notting Hill, di ba? Ano ba yung sa linyahan ng Notting Hill?
Yung I'm just a girl standing in front of a boy asking him to love me. Di mo right!
Pero yung mga the usual hugot na you deserve someone better, yung mga ganyan. Yan, nasabihan ako. No? Ako
It's
nasabihan.
not you, it's me.
It's not you.
Very
That's
typical.
Okay. Sana ba ako?
Okay, sige. Para we have, makapag-move on na tayo sa moving on. Last question for moving on. Parang, how did you say na parang, okay, after crying, after making makaawa pero wala, after talking to your friends, diba? Parang, I mean, for everyone's, you can talk to your friends about the pain and what you feel, pero it doesn't mean nasisiraan mo yung tao doon, diba?
And I think hindi acceptable yon na tipong
Oo, pag
Kaya sa Piolo Pascual, yung I deserve an acceptable reason. Sinabi
Oo.
Oh my God.
Na-feeling ko kasi pag may sinasabi kang hindi maganda about the person during your heartbreak, parang feeling ko, parang vengeance. Na parang you just wanted that person to hurt also para mapantayan yung hurt mo, di ba? Pero, after doing all of those, going out, ganyan, how did you say na parang one day na lang, di ba? Okay, naka-move on na ako. I am free of what I experienced from this person.
I think unang-una, you have to be aware of the situation. Kailangan alam mo kung saan ka kung ano nararamdaman mo. Kagaya ng sinabi ko, no, I've been talking a lot of people and you have to acknowledge the pain, you have to acknowledge the loss, you have to grieve, you need to cry, then cry it out, no? You also have to give yourself a chance to rest, no? Probably it will not happen for few weeks. It might take you 2 months or even years to move on, and you have to acknowledge it, no? Kasi lahat ng bagay hindi kailangan madaliin eh. We don't want na parang premature siyang dating. At the same time, when you, pag galing ka sa isang breakup, yun nga, di ba? Ang start niyan, you feel anger, no? Galit ka sa lahat ng tao. And then, you ask for another chance.
Yes,
Bargaining.
Bargaining, yes, the dabda.
So, tapos, ano yung next?
Depression. Diba?
Denial, anger, bargaining.
Bargaining, depression, then acceptance.
Yes. So yung depression, may mga bagay kasi pag nag-break kayo, even though na may binigay siyang rason, minsan hindi mo tinatanggap yung reason na yun eh. Tama? Sometimes, you even have to make some stories para convince mo yung sarili mo na ganito yung nangyari. Hindi ganito yung nangyari. ako very studious ako. I don't know with you guys, pero have you ever experienced na nagpa-consult kayo ng tarot readers, nagpahula kayo?
Hindi pa.
Hindi pa naman. Hindi pa
I
naman. Hindi pa
wanted to
naman.
try, pero I wanted to try, pero ngayon, since ikaw may experience ka, guguluhin kita, kasi parang, saan yung contact mo? I wanted to have an experience.
Advice for tarot readers kung ano yung nangyari sa akin. Ganun ka-desperate yung willingness ko to move on, or even for me to understand kung ano yung nangyari. So, again, hindi ko sinasabi na mali, hindi ko sinasabing tama, pero naging bahagi siya sa process ko of moving on. And I'm still navigating it. I'm not saying na I'm already there. Kaya siguro, sabi nga nila, may nakausap ako friend sabi niya, it's a good thing that I tell, I share my story, no? It's part of healing, no? Pag na-express mo, which is a good thing. So hopeful ako na maging okay na ako for the next few days or few months.
Yes. I mean, with people listening to you, with the dealing with the pain and moving on and accepting what happened, diba? Parang I think you could be an inspiration to others na parang after the, sabi nga, diba, parang after the storm always comes the rainbow. So parang pumasok na sa utak ko ngayon yan. So parang kahit na madapa tayo or masaktan with love and such, parang hindi ka pa rin nag-give up, diba? Parang you're still open for another chance. What? Movie, di ba? Another chance. Char.
At the same time, tawag dito ay parang we have to be aware also that kung may mga unsuccessful relationships tayo, we don't have to blame ourselves sa nangyari. Kasi most of the time, hindi naman tungkol sa'yo. Ang issue, it's not about you At the end of the day, it's not about you. So it's a self-sabotage, katulad ng sinabi ko before. It's a self-sabotage if you keep blaming yourself kasi hindi mo naman kasalanan. And if iniwan ka, it doesn't mean na may mali sa'yo.
Oo.
It's that it didn't work out. It is what it is.
Tingnan mo nga.
Napaka-guru, no?
Tingnan mo yung mga celebrities, di ba? Like, or kahit yung mga iba lang, kahit sa States, parang ang ganda na, ang gwapo na nung partner. Di ba? Tapos biglang meron, kaya pa siyang ipagpalit, ganyan.
Oo, true.
Di ba? So, parang, it's not you kung iniwan ka. Parang,
pero, can I add something to that? Like,
yes.
I agree that it's not really about you all the time. Pero if you see a pattern na because you do something, tapos because of that reason, kung bakit ka iniiwan ng your partner or the person you're in a relationship with, then I guess that's the time that we have to reflect. Oo. We check ourselves, no? If meron ba tayong maling ginagawa. Kasi I think that's also gonna be part of our own growth.
Yes.
Kasi you have to learn also from your past relationships Yeah, tama. And it's when you fall in love, you have to remember that it's all risk and you have it's kasi wala namang taong magsasabi sa iyo na okay ka na or yung magda-direct talaga sa iyo niya, move on ka na mga ganitong siguro by this time move on ka na. Wala namang taong magsasabi sa iyo or if meron man minsan maiinis ka, di ba? Parang pinipilit niyo ako, pinamadali niyo ako
Oo, feelings ko to
Masasabi mo lang na move on ka na if you really feel it, if you really have moved on, no? It's just a matter of ikaw lang naman ang makakasagot nun at wala nang iba. So you have to help yourself. And sinasabi ko nga, even though I go out with friends, if I tell the stories, hindi naman sa, of course, I accept whatever opinion or advice that they give me, pero nasa akin pa rin naman yung bola. Yun nga, I'm just taking my time,
Yes.
May effort na ako tao basta ako kasi ayoko yung may regrets. I don't want to have any regrets. So, I want to forgive that person. And I want to forgive myself also for what happened. And malalaman ko lang siguro if I have really moved on if wala na akong nararamdamang sakit at wala na akong nararamdamang lungkot. Masaya na ako doon sa taong yun. And I don't have any reasons pa to ask bakit hindi kami nag-workout because I have accepted it already.
Parang we all
na,
ano ka na. We all have our own pace, 'di ba? Parang if somebody you know moved on a shorter time than you, parang hindi naman siya race or you don't have a finish line na parang may prize doon, na may gold or something. Parang let yourself move on naturally. Don't force it. 'Di ba? So, Scotty, ikaw, any last words?
Ay, actually, may question ako kay Joyce. Kasi kanina nabanggit, kanina kasi nabanggit niyo po, din sa
grabe! Ay
po!
Na kaya mo kausapin yung ex mo. That's already a signification na, or nag-signifies na you already move on. Sa lahat ba ng pagkakataon, nagiging friends mo ulit sila?
Yung mga...
And kaya mo sila kausap? Ilan?
Mga
And kaya mo kausapin? Ulit?
Kasi yun nga, iba din yung level of kung ano yung napag-sharean nyo, yung mga yung kayang i-save ng friendship, yun, I think it would be parang mas yun yung mga taong nakakausap ko ulit. Pero yung may mga past relationships din ako na parang hindi na-save yung friendship. It would be better for the two of us to not connect or have any other conversation. So,
do you consider that na parang yung type na relationship na we didn't work out pero parang we see kasi each other na we're better off as friends?
Friends.
Yeah. Pero naman yung friends kasi iba din yung definition ng friendship eh. Di ba yung friendship na pwedeng lapitan anytime pag may problema ka. Pero din yung friends na very civil lang, okay lang na mag-meet kayo sa isang occasion but not necessarily sharing stories. Kasi alam mo, one way or another may magbabago eh.
Oo. Naalala ko tuloy si Vice Ganda in one episode of Showtime na parang
Ann Curtis ata yun eh.
Oo, yung tinanong niya si Ann Curtis na parang kaya mo maging friend yung ex mo. Tapos sabi ni Ann Curtis, oo. Tapos sabi ni Vice na talaga kaya mong takbuhan pag may problema ka. Ang kaibigan, nandyan yan, kaya mong takbuhan pag may problema ka. Pag hindi mo kaya, acquaintance na lang yun.
Which is true.
Yeah.
Which is true. Have you seen the movie Dito at Doon?
Ako
Not
hindi
yet.
pa.
What's
Sino
the
yun? Sino
premise?
artista? Sorry. Sino artista nandito at doon?
Kay Janine Gutierrez and JC Santos.
Okay. Ano yung premise ng story?
It's about relationship na nag-form during pandemic. So sabi ko, dapat pinanood ko to eh. At least, okay, it happens pala pag gano'n. Pero ito, more on ghosting eh. Hindi na nagparamdam yung isa.
Oo.
Maganda yung treatment ng movie.
Sige nga, ma-watch natin. Baka mag-watch party tayo, Sean.
Watch part. Pero based sa kasi sinabi mo kanina na Joyce na about when you're not feeling anything na about the person, kaya mo nasasabi na move on ka na. Sorry, babalik lang ako ng konti ah. So, ang lumalabas kasi sa akin is hindi na siya nagiging relevant to you. No? So, I heard a quote kasi before that the opposite of love is not hate. It's indifference. So, do you agree?
Somehow, yes.
Somehow?
If with my exes, hindi ko sila tinatrato as enemies. I'm not treating them, parang I don't care anymore. Of course, there's still care. Pero iba na yung level.
Yes.
ng love. Iba na yung level of attention.
Oo.
May mga times kasi pag halimbawa, ako pag may nakita ko yung ex ko with kung sino man partner niya, may galit, so ibig sabihin, bakit sweet sila, or you're trying to compare pa yung nung kami, hindi naman siya ganyan. Yun yung mga bagay na iniiwasan ko. If I still feel those emotional triggers, then I'm not okay.
Oh.
So that means hindi pa ako nakaka-move on. Kasi naisip ko pa yan.
Oh my gosh, Scotty, may ganyan ka pala, hindi namin alam.
And then pag yung dumating yung time na talagang happy ka na, genuinely happy with that person, and at the same time, you don't ask any question na, or you don't need any reason for that person to explain na bakit hindi tayo nag-work out. Hindi ko nahihingin yon kasi I have fully accepted it.
Pero in line with that, kasi if you're not feeling, ako kasi I kind of believe na the opposite talaga is indifference, and dun mo talaga malalaman that you've moved on. And based sa sinabi mo kanina, parang you can still be friends with them. Hindi ba siya confusing? Kasi if you're friends,
I'm confused.
Kasi yun nga, if you're friends, and friends share a certain level of parang love siguro with each other, hindi ba siya magiging confusing? Kasi baka mamaya you don't know na in love ka pa pala talaga.
You're overstepping boundaries. Ganun.
Yun din.
Yan, you should know your boundaries. Parang magsiset ka naman ng boundaries for that eh. You have different iba yung area na, okay, you still love this person compared to, okay, hanggang dito lang tayo, mga ganon.
Ang hirap ng tanong mo, Pao. Hindi niya masagot.
Kasi based sa experience ko, ganito na lang. May mga bagay na hindi namin pwede pag-usapan. We could talk, almost everything except for one. Yun yung mga bagay na, kasi alam namin na may matatama, may maapakan kaming tao, or maapakan yung kung masasaktan ako or masasaktan siya. So,
was that a silent agreement? Or parang you talk before, parang okay na friends tayo, pero hindi hanggang dito lang, hindi natin pwedeng pag-usapan yung past, ganyan, or that certain topic?
Nung time na kasi lalabas siya pag nag-uusap kayo, na kayo lang, tapos ma-open yung topic, okay, parang magiging magkakaroon ng understanding na, okay, this is something that we cannot discuss it anymore. But we will open it na kami lang, pero hindi na open sa mga susunod na conversation. It will happen. Sana ganun lahat ng relationships, no, na nag-end, na yung tipong you'll be matured enough to accept kung ano man yung sasabihin ng isang tao.
Sana.
Amicable pa rin.
Sana all. Char.
Sana ganun. Diba?
Joyce, magtatanong ako ng tips from you. Yes.
Yes, ako din. Naka-ready phone ko para mag-guess.
Kasi ganito yon, Dr. Love. Charot.
Love more talaga.
Love sa'yo. Okay, go.
Kasi
Ano yung
like ayun nga.
opera yung ko, shirt.
I love your shirt.
Ni Phantom, di ba? Na super love niya yung tao.
Tapos nilet go niya at the end. Ay, sorry.
Yung kami ni Scotty, nakagano'n na lang.
Sorry, hindi ko pa namin napapanood.
Hanap lang kayo sa YouTube. Char. Anyway, ayun. Yung question ko nga, or ayun, mag-a-ask ako ng guidance from you for this. Kasi ikaw nakakausap mo pa rin yung mga ex mo, as you've mentioned, or at least some of them. I'm not sure if, I don't want to assume if everyone talaga. Like ako, yung recent ko na, yan, alam yan nila Scotty and Raffy, na yung most recent ko na relationship, I still get to talk to the person. And it's quite confusing for me kasi we didn't end things because of bad blood. Like, walang third party, walang falling out of love. It was because of the pandemic and my ex had to go back to another country, to Spain. Right? Kaya ayaw niya ng LDR. So, I'm guessing meron lingering feelings. Pero, established na break na kami. Now, when we're talking, ako, because alam kong break na kami, wala na akong expectations at mga demands sa kanya na dapat ganito ka sa akin, dapat ganito ako sa'yo or something like that. Pero siya, meron instance recently na nagalit siya sa akin kasi hindi ko sinasabi yung everything sa kanya na I'm keeping secrets. And for me, I don't have to tell all of my secrets to you kasi we're not together. And even if we're together, I'm still my own person.
Yes,
Pero
you
ayun,
have the
kasi-
right to keep secrets.
Yun nga, nagalit siya because of that. And parang ako, so nalabuan ako doon.
Oo. Pero sino nag-end? Sino ang nag-initiate nung ano?
Well, sabi niya sa akin, hindi niya kaya ang LDR. Hindi siya naniniwala sa LDR. Actually, gusto niya ako papuntahing Spain, pero kasi
May mag-Spanish citizen ka na pala. So, siya.
mahirap ang mga bagay. Oo, ayun.
Setting aside pandemic, kung walang pandemic, hindi mo siya susundan.
Hindi. Ayoko mo ng Spain. Pangit na ekonomiya. Charot.
Okay.
Ayun. Kasi ayaw din niyang bumalik ng Philippines, kaya hindi talaga mag-work.
Oo. Tama. Pero
Wait,
confusing yung confusing yung gestures niya.
Oo.
Pero
Pero kasi continuous kasi yung communication nila.
No, wait,
Kaya parang
before-
feel ko,
Before ba, like, di ba nagpunta na siya ng Espanya? Parang natigil ba? Natigil yung pag-uusap tapos parang bigla ka na lang niya kinausap ulit? Or kahit na nandun na siya, nakadadating pa lang niya, nag-uusap pa din kayo?
usap pa.
oo.
Dire-diretso.
Ayun.
Para kaming together pa rin.
Oo. I think kailangan maging clear yun muna sa inyong dalawa. Kasi if he really wants to end it, ika-cut niya one way or another yung communication eh. Para hindi rin maging confusing and hindi rin maging unfair dun sa kabilang party.
Pero the thing is, parati siya nagtatanong sa akin if meron na akong dinidate kasi gusto niya na may i-date na ako. Yun yung thing. Kaya feeling ko, established din sa kanya na hindi na kami. Kasi parati siyang, oh, are you seeing someone? Have you met other people now? Parati siyang ganon.
Baka may guilt na natapos kayo abruptly tapos parang if nakapag-date ka na.
Baka naman nag-fish lang.
Oo, pwede din. Pwede.
Nag-fish lang. Pero
I'm not
ikaw, ano bang
sure.
gusto mong ano bang gusto mong mangyari dun sa confusion na yon? Yung tipong sana nga
Oo, kahit wala. I mean,
muna?
never mind what you, parang, di ba wala ka ng expectation such. Ano talaga yung gusto mo dun sa pag nag-uusap kayo?
A friend. I want a friend. Kasi isa siya sa mga tao na involve ako na very mature. Tapos, I think same yung level ng maturity namin and we learn from each other. Kahit pa nung before kami maging kami and even now. So, gusto ko ma-keep yung that friendship that we have had and we're trying to have. That's what I want to keep. Yun lang, nagiging confusing lang at times.
Oh.
If I were you, I'll talk to him regarding dun sa fact na bakit kailangan ko sabihin lahat.
Okay.
Kung ganun lang naman yung boundaries na if you want just to have or retain yung friendship between the two of you. Parang
Okay.
ano din ito eh, yung if I'm going to base it with my experience dito sa recent din, naging klaro din sa amin na we have already a lot of friends and we don't need another friend. No? It's
Yes.
either kami or hindi. No? So, naging klaro yon sa amin. And itong hindi nag-work out, but I'm still, I don't know why I'm still clinging or longing for this relationship to work. No? Pero klaro na, I'm not here to be friends. No? If kung ano yung kailangan kong i-pursue, kailangan maging clear ako sa intentions ko. So, I think that's also important, maging clear tayo sa intentions. And we have to, iparating natin doon sa taong yon. Have you seen Brené Brown? Sa Netflix?
Not yet.
Call to Courage.
Call to Courage ang name ng title? Ano yung title?
Name ng
Brené
type.
Brown, Call to Courage. So, para siyang TED Talk na episode for sa Netflix. And ang dinidiscuss niya is how to be brave and strong sa mga vulnerabilities.
Mhm.
And we all deserve to be brave eh. So, we have to put ourselves out there and you have to tell that person. Kasi we're not getting any younger.
Yes.
Dami natin makukuhang pang thesis kay
Oo.
Joyce, no?
So, to our listeners, parang kung meron din kayong gustong itanong about, di ba, love.
Iilan sila.
Oo. Mag-PFA. Ito yung IG handle niya, Char.
Ano
Okay,
ba?
i-link natin yung ID
Oo.
ni
Um,
Joyce.
you get to learn more things sa iba't ibang tao eh. Example, in this session, no, marami din ako natutunan. And even with my students, no, minsan, wow, napaka-profound na mga bata ngayon, no? Yung something to do with mindset. Oo nga naman, no? Ba't hindi ako mag-change ng mindset? Yung parang gano'n. Parang ang daming learnings coming from other people. But then again, it's up to you to really take them, no? Kung paano mo sila i-adapt sa life mo. It doesn't necessarily pag in-advise mo, gagawin mo, di ba? It all boils down.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna...
Naniniwala ba kayo na there's no greater love than the love that holds on, especially when it comes, when there's nothing left to hold on to?
Hindi ko
Oh my
na
God.
na-get. Sorry. Ang ganda lang sa love tube.
There is no greater love than the love that holds on until there's nothing left to hold on to.
O parang kahit
Paghihirapan eh.
parang until mawalan ka na ng pag-asa talaga, like you're still holding on, you're still clinging on to that person, to that love, parang ganong level. Lalim naman doon, ang bigat.
Actually, sa sobrang lalim, hindi ko pa na-absorb.
Siguro, hindi ko alam kung mali ba ako doon, no? I think I learned this quotation when I was in high school. And I felt that love is something like this. When you love someone, talagang you give so too much. You give an effort. You give all your effort. And then, kung
Yes.
hindi talaga maibalik, then you just have to move on. Parang ganon.
Pero
Wait.
parang ang scary. Kasi,
Oo.
paano pag walang matira sa'yo?
Ay, you have to, yun nga, you have to balance na kailangan may maiwan sa'yo.
Mm.
Hindi naman pwedeng forever ka na lang iiyak, di ba? Or forever na or
Kung lang ang
mag-stalker ka, the thing, or what. Pero I do hope pa, maklaro yan sa inyong dalawa. Para ganun din, hindi siya nasasaktan at hindi ka rin nasasaktan. I don't know if you've heard this sa isang series. When it comes to gay relationships, kailangan twice ka daw nagbe-break. Yung first breakup, kailangan mo ulitin kasi hindi mag-come across do sa tao. Have you heard that?
Oh my God! Can I just say, twice na kami nag-break up.
Parang kung ano ba araw na to, break na tayo, no? The next day, kailangan mo ulitin para ma-absorb niya. Funny lang yun.
Bakit sa gay lang?
Ha? I mean,
Bakit
for
sa-
LGBT,
Hindi, nga. Why is that for
Pero,
LGBT?
I don't know, parang, saan ko ba napanood yun?
Pero I believe it can be applied to all kasi para bumalik ulit yung courtship stage ng relationship niyo. So, yun lang yung belief ko. So, yun. Kasi baka yung isa nawawala na ng effort to you eh. So, kailangan mo siyang paramdam na, hey, gumawa ka ng effort, sige, break tayo.
So, pag yung first lang, tas walang second na breakup, ibig sabihin, pampapansin lang yon. Pag totoo siya, dapat may second time, ganon.
Ewan ko. I don't know, Pawa. Para ako kasi humingi ako ng closure doon sa second time eh.
Oo. Ako kasi, yes, ako na rin pala nag-share. Ako yung guest, thank you. Charot. And ako kasi, like, yun nga, yun na-mention ko na because umuwi siya ng other country, yun yung initial breakup namin. Like, we had to say goodbye. Another breakup, quote-unquote, was recent lang, like around my birthday this year. Tapos parang in-establish namin na, okay, we have to cut it off. Actually, akala namin both na hindi na kami mag-uusap ever. Magkasunod yung birthday namin, so nag-greet ulit kami sa isa't isa. So, bumalik yung conversations. Pero, yung second na breakup, parang siyang mas official yung dating. Doon ko na-establish na, okay, I'm not gonna hold this person accountable for anything na kasi we've broken up na talaga officially. Yun yung experience ko. So, I guess in a way, I agree doon sa sinabi mo, Joyce, na twice.
Twice. Minimum of 2. May naalaan lang.
Ayan ka na naman, pasok ka na naman sa rule of 2 mo.
Anong sinabi? Yung mga articles ng thought catalog.
Okay.
Very helpful din sila eh. About moving on. Sabi ko nga, ang AI ng Facebook, ang galing eh. Pa-break pa lang, no? Parang hindi ko na-anticipate na hindi mag-workout dito sa recent. Halos mga articles na lumalabas sa feed ko about breakup. Bakit lumalabas sa mga to?
Were you talking about breakup before you actually breaking up?
I don't recall na may mga ganung conversation before, no? Basta nagtataka lang ako. But anyway, those articles are very helpful also. I think if kung sino mang listeners dito, no, na nahirapan din dun sa moving forward aspect, read a lot of articles about moving on sa thought catalog. And dun ko rin nabasa yung tipong you have to also understand or you don't have to feel any resentment to that person kung kinat niya yung communication, like binlock ka sa Facebook, sa Instagram, or dinilit yung conversation. It just so happened na yung taong yon, hini-help ka rin niya to move on. It would not help kasi if you still talking.
Yes.
And baka mag-iba kasi yung impression na about friendship, baka hindi friendship ang intention ng kabilang party, di ba? Para maging klaro din for both parties.
Yes. Okay, I hate to cut this. I hate to be the KG. Kasi feeling ko we can talk for hours about this topic, no? Pero we have to end. We have to end na, Joyce, kasi like, we have like an hour mahigit na ng ating
I have fun sharing my stories with you guys and learning a lot from you also. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for accepting our invitation. So parang before we formally end our podcast episode, may we hear like a few words from you, Joyce? Last words mo parang about yung love and hardship and moving on na I'm sure like kahit a small percentage of our listeners can relate to, and malay mo ikaw pala ang love guru na makakatulong sa kanila.
Sana, no? Tsaka sana ma-adapt ko rin kung ano yung mga sinasabi ko. Yung practice what you preach, Joyce. I think ang bottom line dito is that in any kind of rejection is painful, di ba? Whether this is love, whether it is something to do with career. But you have to remember that everything happens for a reason. No? So maybe the universe is trying to teach you a lesson, no? And you have to believe that one way or another, no? Ang storm naman hindi magsistay, di ba? It will just pass by, no? So you have to keep your faith and always be kind to yourself more than anything else, no? Kung hindi mo man nakilala, kung hindi man nag-workout yung relationship, you have to believe na may taong darating na mas okay, sabi nga ni Popoy, no? Malinyahan na ganyan, no? And you deserve a kind of love that will choose you. Yan. So, always be kind to yourself. And yun, priority talaga yung self-love. I think before you could really share your love to others, you have to love yourself first.
Love yourself first.
Number 1 takeout for our topic, love yourself first. Self-love is important.
Self-love.
Yes.
Para buo ka din.
Malaking check.
Oo.
Para pag sinare mo yung buhay mo doon sa isang tao, I mean, you're whole. Buong-buo ka na. And if ever na mawala yung taong yun, I think that's, may nag-explain din sa akin na ganun eh. True love is, wala na yung fear na tipong mawawala yung tao tapos you'll be left alone, kailangan buo ka pa rin. So I think that's, basta, always be kind to yourself. Tama?
Yes.
Yes. Ayan. So Joyce, before we formally end, like anything you want to promote, maybe your accounts where the listeners can reach out to you and ask for advice?
Maybe you could follow me sa Instagram, _BB, as in Binibining Joyce, _. If you want to check some random post lang with my dog and also some artwork, no? Since I'm also teaching creative arts sa school namin. So, and at the same time, I hope we have some listeners from GCI Philippines and to all our sister chapters. Hello to everyone.
Yes.
Of course, lahat ng kaibigan natin sa LGBT community, Happy Pride Month. And
Right.
happy also, no, sa lahat ng mga fathers out there. So again, thank you very much, guys, and I hope we could do this again, maybe a different topic.
I'm sure maraming mag-aabang sa mga words of wisdom mo.
Nick, may words of wisdom talaga.
And mga hugot lines na marami ka pang
Ako talaga-
naka-impact, I'm sure.
Ako talaga lagi kong inaabangan sa kanya yung mga lines coming from movies and books. Detailed at saka alam mo yun, coming, yung talagang word by word, alam na memorize siya talaga.
Truly.
So ayan.
Magandang
Oo.
parang tawag dito. Well, if you could read also yung isang book, How to Fix a Broken Heart.
Ay,
It was a Kindle. It's very handy.
we should purchase later. Later.
Thank you so much, Joyce, for
Thank
giving
you.
your time,
Thank you, pa-heart.
for spending time with us, and giving us your sharing your thoughts and expertise sa pagturo sa akin sa mga tips.
Oo. Di ba parang
We hope next time.
within our podcast, nagkaroon tayo ng online consultation.
Consultation. Dear Binibining Joyce, ganyan.
Oo, natanda. May natin ito ulit sa Feb.
Right. So again, thank you so much for joining us today, and we're so happy that you're our very first guest here at Somewhere in the Middle. And thank you again to our listeners for sticking in and listening, of course. And again, this has been Pao.
This has been Scotty.
This has been Raffy.
And thank you guys, and see you again next week.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.